Good morning everyone and welcome back to class. So today I would like to review the grammar point of Unit 8, which talks about the prediction by using the word will, may and might. And I believe that before the break I've shared some documents for you guys to read already, right? So in this video everyone, I will explain in details the forms and the uses because they are the two main focuses in grammar. And we'll start with the forms. So generally in English grammar, there are three forms including positive, negative and question. So we'll begin with the positive form. So in positive, we have subject plus the verb will, may or might and plus infinitive. So infinitive here refers to the verb one without the word to or without ing. That's what we call infinitive. For example, one sensor will stop the driver from falling asleep. So, as you can see in the video, I highlight different functions in the sentence. So, one sensor is the subject, will is the verb, and stop is the infinitive. So, in the example, you may notice that I only use the word will, but you can always replace it with may or might, and I will tell you the differences later, okay? Now everyone, moving on to negative form. So once again we have subject plus will, may or might plus not, which is the negative word, and plus infinitive. For example, traffic congestion will not be an easy problem to solve. So you guys look at the highlighted words. We have the word traffic congestion, which is the subject, will not, the verb, negative verb, and then we have be, which is the infinitive. Alright? And the last form is question. And in question, you guys have to move the verb and put it in the front parts of the sentence. So we have will or might plus subject and then plus infinitive. For example, might hydrogen fuel cell get cheaper? So you have the word might, which is the verb, and then hydrogen fuel cell, which is the subject, and get is the infinitive. And then you have the object, and then question mark. So as I was explaining the question form, you may have noticed that I did not include the word may in there, because this is what you guys have to remember. We don't usually use may in questions when asking for opinion, because we want to avoid confusion with may in request. For example, may I sit down? So in here, it isn't asking for opinion, right? It's a request. That's why when in question form, you guys should only use the word will or might. That is all for the forms, everybody. And I encourage you guys to practice creating sentences by yourself. And if there are things that you're not clear with, you can always drop your questions in the comment section. This is the last part of the lesson, everyone, which is the usage of will, may, and might. We use will to talk about future development that we are certain about. So the word certain here means sure, okay? When we are 100% sure or at least 95% sure that it will happen, and that's when we use the word will. Meanwhile, we use the word may and might when we are less certain about future development, like when we think that something is possible rather than definite. So possible means it has a chance of happening, but we're not sure, okay? And that's when we use may and might. So may is more formal than might, but when you use it, there is little difference. So everyone, I spelled the word difference wrong. It was supposed to be CE, but then I wrote FE, so let's not pay attention to that. Now let's go back to the point. So as I was saying, even though may is more formal than might, but when you use them in sentences, there is so little difference, so it doesn't matter that much, because the level of possibility is, quite similar. And that concludes the lesson here, everybody. So once again, practice the exercise in the book, and if you have any concern regarding this lesson, or or other lessons in general, you can always ask me, okay?